I'll guide you through maybe a 3 or 4 minute kind of visualization or reflection about how we eat, how it affects our health, the earth and the animals around us, or any goals we may have for eating and our eating choices. The talk today as well, after I lead you through the guided meditation, will be on plant-based healthy eating based on the Yogic Diet, which suggests vegetarian or vegan so that no animals are harmed and it's optimal for human health and in harmony with all beings. So this is a live online talk, and I'm happy to see you all here from Russia, from Italy, from I'm in California in Bay Area. It's wonderful to have you all here in Austin, Texas. So let us begin first with our small meditation, and then we'll talk more. And just to respond to one of your comments here, yes, you've heard of all these wonderful plant-based doctors. Oh, and you used to live in Bay Area. So yeah, I was teaching yoga. I've been teaching 25 years. I grew up vegetarian. So I've never actually eaten fish, chicken, or meat in my life. So I'm a living testament that, as my shirt says today, be kind to every kind. I'm a living testament that not eating the animals, you can get not only all the nutrients you need, but you can be vitally healthy and I think healthier, or I know from watching these heart disease patients I've taught, healthier without cholesterol and animal products in the body. I became vegetarian before I was born. It wasn't actually my decision. My parents learned from the yogis about ahimsa, nonviolence. They learned the Yogic Diet, which didn't include fish, chicken, or meat or animals. It was then vegetarian. So my parents raised me vegetarian. About 8 years ago, I shifted away from the dairy, realizing that kills animals too, which we can talk more about. So I've been teaching for a few years. I taught for this heart disease reversal program that included a vegetarian or vegan diet through Dr. Ornish, which was research-based, that and along with stress management and exercise and support groups, they found that not only can you prevent heart disease, but they were even reversing it. So there's so many benefits for the human health to eat this plant-based diet. So let's first check in with what we're eating now and how that's affecting us before we then create perhaps goals to eat a little healthier if we need to, or whatever our goals are. So let's start for a moment in meditation. You can close your eyes. You can sit in a chair, comfortably sitting tall, or on a cushion on the floor if that's more comfortable. And just take a few slow, deep breaths wherever you are. If you're sitting in a chair, I have a chair yoga book. I just taught chair yoga online with the active poses and stretches in a chair. But this is, I call mountain pose. If you're sitting in a chair, just feel the feet on the ground. I call it Tadasana, the mountain, where you're kind of lifting the spine, shoulders relaxed, head centered. Same if you're cross-legged on a cushion. Fingers can be interlocked. Thumb to first finger, palms up or down, you choose. And just take a few slow, deep breaths now, getting centered in the body. Feel your feet on the earth or whatever part of your body touches the chair or floor. Take a few slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then bring awareness to the stomach. We'll kind of use that today, symbolic of our eating habits and digestion, but you can either put your hand on the stomach or just with eyes closed, notice the stomach. First thing, if you feel tension or tightening or gripping, let your stomach relax. And then notice first, are you hungry? Are you full? Is there any sensations you're aware of in the stomach? This could be based on what you ate before, whether you're all over the world here, so whether it's morning or night, notice your energy level. And again, that could be based on what you ate, how you digest it, if you're hungry, not hungry. If you prefer, you can focus at the heart. And then let's actually all focus at the heart now and just check in if you have any intentions for your eating choices for moving forward. Like, do you have any goals for your diet. Diet doesn't mean always to lose weight. It's how we eat. And when I say diet, so if you have any intention for your eating choices, whether it could be harm or kill less animals, maybe it's to eat more vegetables, maybe you want to reduce symptoms from joint pain or chronic illness, maybe you want more energy, whatever that is for you. Just check in if you have any goals and bring it forth to your consciousness. And then lastly, just see what has been preventing you. If you had goals for your health or eating, what has been preventing you from doing that? Could be so many reasons: emotional eating, stress eating, habit, media, family, partners, cravings, addictions. It can go on and on. So just check in if you have any, or time or stress, whatever that is for you. We're just being mindful, no right or wrong, not needing an answer right now. We're just noticing. And then lastly, we'll place one hand on the stomach, one on the upper chest, and take a deep breath into the body. And just honoring our body for all it does, including the digestion and absorbing the nutrients that are good for us. And then we'll lower the hands. Okay, and then we'll slowly open the eyes. So that was just a short guided mindfulness meditation you could do every day, especially if you're kind of wanting to lose weight or maybe gain weight or shift your eating habits. It's a little mindfulness meditation to check in what's going on, be present in our body. I'm going to talk a little bit about, like my shirt says, be kind to every kind. I'm going to talk a little bit about the yogic diet and why the yogis don't eat the animals. And yes, Liska said 3 main reasons I will address. There are probably millions more, but I'll keep it kind of brief. So the reason why I didn't eat meat is because of the yogic diet. So what is this yogic diet and why don't they include animals, and what do they include and why? So first off, yoga means to unite, to connect. Harmony, oneness, could be with our soul, our universal spirit, includes all the animals in the earth. So why would we want to take another living being, another soul, an animal's life? Just like you wouldn't probably want to kill your pet dog or cat and eat it for lunch. Yogis knew that we're all connected. I don't want to harm or create violence, called ahimsa in Sanskrit. I don't want to create any violence to, or the least amount of harm to other living beings. A cow, a pig, a chicken, a fish, squid, octopus, they're all living beings that have families and children and feel pain and have intelligence. In fact, pigs, some say, are just as intelligent as dogs. So some of this is just cultural or society, a lot of it based on profit and media and industry over the years that makes people think they need protein from animal products. But in fact, the strongest animals in the world, the elephants, the gorillas, the rhinos, are vegetarian. In fact, they're vegan because they're not eating dairy. So that would be, yes, Liska, eat nothing with the face or mother. So one reason would be nonviolence, compassion for all living beings, not killing. Second, as you see, the gorilla, the rhino, the elephants are stronger than we are, and they're getting all of their sustenance from the grasses or the trees and plant-based. So why kill a living being to get the nutrients we need that we can get direct from the source the way they do? So the second thing is the health. So we got nonviolence. The yogis wanted to be healthy and live long and serve the humanity, or whatever type of yoga they were doing, meditate and discover what is our purpose here on earth. And it's hard to do that if your body's in pain and you have disease, or you're going to die, right? We need to be healthy in the physical form as best we can to do the work we need to do. Part of my work, I feel now, is to help save the animals. We started with yoga to help people's health, but over the years I got more into animal rights because it's also for now sustainability in earth. So there's another reason. The yogis then, though, was primarily for nonviolence. One of the tenets of yoga in the sutras is nonviolence, non-harming, and then to keep our physical health. I'm going to bring up another reason why the yogic diet didn't include animals. And Lucy, who just joined, I'm glad you are already vegetarian. The other reason is for meditation. What we eat affects our mind state. Makes so much sense. If we're eating food that's fried, and think about this for yourself. It's not just animal products, but high sugars, processed food, fried food. I've never tried it, but if you're eating a lot of meats and dead animal, literally dead energy, then how will that affect your energy? Even the cheeses and the dairy, that does kill the cows ultimately to produce that, by the way, because they're forcibly impregnating cows nonstop if they're female to produce profit for an industry. And then if the cows are born male, they've created a new profit for their own greed and profit called veal. It's a 2-week-old baby cow that they put in a crate called a veal crate, because if it's female, it can produce milk for them later on. They'll forcibly impregnate. It's a dairy cow. After they can't give birth, because the only reason they're making milk is so their babies can drink it, not the humans, but that's how the humans take their milk. They have to keep them giving birth. And the cows weep and weep the days they pull the baby away. It's horrific. 99% of animals in the US come from factory farms. So don't think your animals you're eating are running free and happy until they're slaughtered. They're usually not, including the chickens for eggs and cruel cages and condition. But when that little baby, sweet, male, adorable cow is born, they're often put in a crate so they physically can't turn around. So their muscles can't develop. So they call it veal, this soft meat. You're eating a baby animal held captive that they've produced a second reason to slaughter and steal and kill animals, if that makes sense. And it's horrific if you're first hearing this for the first time. Don't take my word for it. Read up on it. Learn on Animal Place, Rescue Farm, Mercy for Animals, PETA. All these organizations can show you the details. So the yogis used to be vegetarian. Many now want to be vegan like myself, because we also don't want to kill the cows or steal the animals' milk and kill the cows. Same thing with the baby male chicks, since they can't produce eggs. Same thing. They made another industry, the egg industry, and if they can't produce eggs, if they're born male, they kill and grind up the little male baby chicks the day they're born. So how can you meditate in peace and evolve to be this incredible yogic mind state of compassion if you're actually supporting that cruelty? And not everyone knows about this cruelty. Even I grew up vegetarian, eating the dairy, and we actually ate eggs. My parents weren't vegetarian before I was born, so they shifted by, and they still kept the eggs because they weren't sure, which now I know you can get B12 from, you could take a supplement without eggs or nutritional yeast. But anyway, basically, like I kind of didn't know till I read Diet for New America in high school. And for some reason, I still didn't tune in and stop eating the eggs and dairy. So it's just when we're ready to wake up. But if we really want to choose compassion and a more peaceful mind, and don't take my word for it, eat plant-based, stop eating the animals for a week, see how your meditations are. See how your energy level is, see how you shift compared to when you eat the dead, killed animals. And I'm saying it like that because that's what it is. It is not even dead animals, it's killed. No animal wants to die for food, for one meal, no, nor do we. Would you want to, be slaughtered, or your dog, just for someone's one meal? Absolutely not. There's no way around it. It's cruel and it's horrific. And that is my opinion, but it's also based on sad reality. So that is a little more harsh end of it. The yogis don't always talk about the animal rights as much as just saying, in the ashrams there's no meat, and that's the diet for health. It's also been proven to prevent cancers and heart disease and many other conditions. But I wanted to just lead you through, like we did earlier, that few-minute meditation today that you can do every day, not just for eating animals. It might be to cut sugars or processed food or eat healthier, or cut emotional stress eating, or just to be more mindful of where you're at. So you can do that type of meditation or make it your own every day. And then every meal we eat, 3 meals a day, can be a conscious, mindful choice to live in compassion, in alignment with our values, and to not harm or kill living beings. So for me, the yoga is way beyond the postures. Although I teach companies and hatha yoga with the poses and chair yoga, as my book and teacher trainings do. I've been teaching that 25 years, but the core of yoga is how we eat. And I think sometimes even more important for the health and just the poses or meditation is the meals and what we're feeding our body and our brain and our mind. So I hope this was useful. If I talk too fast, I apologize. I'm leading these lectures on this live online app about twice a week, Fridays and Mondays, usually 1:30 Pacific time Mondays. And I also have 4 free guided 10-minute meditations, not about food choices, just called office yoga or to relieve anxiety or stress. And they're free on this app and you can access it anytime. So enjoy.